GPR Detroit HD2.
You're watching WHPS, Highland Park, Detroit.
WGPR FM.
Variety, and when they say something inspirational or like, you know, just make my day.
107.5 HD2 Detroit.
It's that time, y'all. Black coffee, no sugar, no cream. Yeah, it's straight talk with Valerie. Come on. Black coffee, no sugar, no cream. Yeah, it's straight talk with Valerie. Come on. It's straight talk with Valerie. It's straight talk with Valerie. Come on. Black coffee, no sugar, no cream. It's straight talk with Valerie. Come on. Black coffee, no sugar, no cream. It's straight talk with Valerie. Come on. Black coffee, no sugar, no cream. Black coffee, no sugar, no cream. It's straight talk with Valerie. Black coffee, no sugar, no cream. It's straight talk with Valerie. Come on. Black coffee, no sugar, no cream. It's straight talk with Valerie. Black coffee, no sugar, no cream. It's straight talk with Valerie. Come on.
Repossessed my car. Turn that push. House music all night long. I see no changes. Wake up in the morning and I
What's happening? What's happening? What's happening, Detroit? You are tuned in to the Real Black Coffee, No Sugar, No Cream, 107.5 HD2 if you're on the dial, RadioWeCanSee.com if you're on the internet, and of course, Facebook Live. That intro was quite interesting because tonight's show is called Melanin Melodies. And that intro took us through historical times of black music. It began with the call and response. And if you remember the call and response when the slaves were working on the chain gang on the railroad, they would say something and someone would respond to them. That was a call and response tactic. But our music takes us way back to Africa. We were born as rhythmic people, going with the drums and, you know, just harmonic voices and being able to have melodies and experiencing life through song. And saying that, that's where the spirituals came in. You know, they call them Negro spirituals, but, you know, a lot of therapy was in those songs to be able to say how they felt during that time. And also, it was a lot of symbolism in those songs. You know, the slaves could communicate with each other through song as well. And some even said with the cornrows in our hair would be maps, you know, to guide. But the song also had some undertones in it to be able to help us communicate with each other. Then we morphed into jazz and blues, which is one of my favorite genres. You know, singing the blues, you can relate, you know, with the blues and jazz. For me, I get down with the beat, but when I'm feeling some type of way, I get down with the lyrics and I really listen to them and let them vibe within the depths of my soul and helped me get past a lot of things. Then we had soul and Motown. And of course, all of those things laid the foundation for hip hop and rap. So with saying all of that and calling this show Melanin Melodies, it's because I have one of Detroit's greatest songstress, someone who I followed for a while, and I don't think she even knew that. So when we decided to do this show together, I was excited because I'm a fan. And so I want to bring to you none other than Detroit's own Angela Davis. Marquise, can we get some applause for her? She's amazing.
Oh, thank you.
So, Miss Davis,
Yes.
welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for
Welcome
having
to
me.
the
Thank
show.
you so much.
I'm so excited to have you. So let's just dive into it.
Okay.
I laid the foundation with the different genres of music and everything that encompassed. But there are a few greats that I admire, and some that had extreme messages that they were revolutionary, like Nina Simone.
Oh, yeah.
Nina Simone and Strange Fruit,
Yeah,
revolutionary.
revolutionary.
It was a lot of messaging in there, and Nina Simone stood her ground. It was a lot of things they didn't want her to sing about, but she
Of
was like,
course.
okay, well, if I can't sing that, I'm not singing.
Yeah.
You know, she was a rebel, and she didn't bow down. She sang what she wanted to sing
Yeah.
when she wanted to sing it.
Yeah.
And she was amazing. We had, of course, Detroit's own Aretha Franklin, the
Yep.
queen of
Yeah.
soul.
Singing about respect and everything.
Yes, and you did a tribute to
I
Miss
did.
Franklin.
I was honored to be a part of that tribute. Yep, after her passing. Yes. Oh wow, what
That
an
was
amazing
amazing.
experience. Yep.
Mahalia Jackson.
Oh wow. Yes.
She was one of our gospel greats, been
Yes.
around for a long time. And I would be remiss if I didn't talk about Miss Diana Ross.
Oh wow. Yeah.
These women not only make significant contributions to the music industry, but just being pretty, beautiful, stylish,
Classy.
classy, strong black women
Yes.
that paved the way.
Yes.
For so many.
Definitely.
Who are some of the black women in music that influenced you?
Oh wow. So I was born in the 80s, so I definitely was influenced by a lot of the like 80s soulful songstresses like Anita Baker, of course Whitney Houston, the voice herself, Mariah Carey, definitely jazz, speaking jazz wise, Billie Holiday, definitely loved her sound and her style. But yeah, just a few, just to name a few. Of course, the Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin, you touched on her. But yeah, definitely, I just love powerful voices, songs that just had meaning and depth to them. And just, I love soulful R&B music. Yeah.
Can you share with me a little bit about your journey into music? What inspired you? How did you get started? Were you singing as a small child and it morphed into something?
Yes.
Or
You hit it right on.
had your little fake microphone?
Yeah. Oh my God. It's like, were you there? Oh my God. Yes, that's exactly how it was. I started singing at the age of 3 years old. So I was 3 years old singing. Like I said, my parents played music all around the house, and I was like hearing these songs, and I was like, man, I want to sound like them. I want to be like them. And the first song I ever tried to sing was Stephanie Mills' Home. That was my first project. I would not stop playing that tape over and over again. I wouldn't stop rehearsing to it. I wouldn't stop because I just wanted to embody what she was singing. And I think that was brewing in me, and I just, the rest is history. I've been singing ever since. So was singing around the house as a little child. Then in school, I was a part of choir and glee club. And I just, kept learning, getting that classical training, and that, we sang spirituals and all those different types of genres of music, and just being exposed to all that different type of music just helped hone my craft, so that I was not just singing, just to be singing, but I was actually learning how to use my gift properly. So, yeah.
Your instrument, actually,
Yeah.
it reminds me of an instrument because you can hit so many tones and do so many things, and you definitely have to take care of it.
Thank you. Oh, definitely. Most definitely.
You talked about the cultural background, so you've done some classical things, R&B, jazz,
Gospel and
Gospel.
spirituals. Yep, all of that.
What are some of the challenges you
Ooh.
encounter as a Black woman in this industry?
Yeah, as a Black woman, just being taken seriously at first, maybe by people that I didn't know initially, like when I first started trying to be a part of the live music community. Over a decade ago. Wow, can't believe it's been that long. But yeah, like people, maybe seeing me a certain way, like, oh, she's young, she's, she don't know nothing. She, maybe she doesn't have a voice. Well, let's see what she got. And then, I sing and they're like, oh, wow, I didn't know you had that in you, kind of thing. So, having to prove yourself is always a part of it, for sure.
Because I've seen you open for some greats, and even back up some greats. So can you name a few?
Yeah, so I had a chance to open up for Babyface, Dwelle, Tyrese. I got to sing background for the Aretha Franklin tribute for Johnny Gill, the late great Miss Angie Stone. So many. Regina Bell was a part of that tribute as well. So many amazing people. I got to open up for Gerald Albright, Norman Brown, just to name a few, but just so many amazing, legendary people. And I'm just blessed and honored to do it every time.
And I've seen them all except for Tyrese.
Oh, yeah.
I was at every single one of those concerts. I am such a concert head.
Yes, concerts are the best.
And they were phenomenal. How do you navigate the challenge of being true to your roots and adapting to the industry? And the reason why I'm asking that, my godmother, Diane Mathis, is a vocalist. And when I sit and hear her talk about stories and things that she went through back in the 60s.
Oh, wow, yeah.
And I'm sure some of that
still happens today.
And, you have to stay true to yourself.
Yes.
All checks aren't good checks.
Exactly.
And you have to stay true to yourself. How do you find that balance?
Just keeping my people with me, my mother, who's very supportive, my best friends, my family, and just knowing who I am. That's definitely part of it. Cause, as I was coming up and, becoming an artist, I was, really drawn to the natural hair and just wanting to be natural to my roots. And I was, there was some people that would tell me like, oh, you should straighten your hair, you should put on wigs, you should do this, you should do that. Natural isn't really, that's not classy, that's not this, that's not that. But I was, very adamant about, I want to be true to who I am, and this is a part of my brand and who I am. And I'm glad I did, because I now know, like, people even say, like, I know you for your natural and your style, and that's like a part of who you are. And I'm glad I did that, because now I know that it's a part of my brand and a part of who I am. And I didn't just, succumb to people just, oh, let me just get this wig, or let me just, straighten my hair so I can be like everybody else. I don't want to be like everybody else. I want to be me. I want to be Angela Davis.
And you are. And you are. And thank you for saying that, because that's a perfect segue into the next thing I was going to say.
Oh, cool.
About being an influencer, and not a social media influencer. Because before that became a thing, people who were in the industry, whether it was a musician, a singer, or whatever, they're influencers. And little girls are looking up to them. And I just salute you and I respect you for saying, no, I'm wearing my hair just like this. India Ari said it perfectly. I'm not my hair. I am not my skin. I'm going to be who I am.
Exactly.
And I'm glad that you decided to stand 10 toes down on that, because so many people, for lack of a better term, would have sold themselves out. Like, you know what? They would have second guessed themselves. Maybe I should straighten my hair. Maybe I should.
And I do straighten it from time to time, but
but to just be natural, to do what you want to do, and not let the industry dictate who you are and what you should do.
Yeah.
And how you should live.
Yeah.
I think that is amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Because
yeah.
there's so many stories I have heard through biopics that you know, I had to do this and that. Now I'm
Yep.
free. Keep
Yep.
the masters, keep whatever, but I want to do this. I want to have control over my music.
over my
I want to
music.
write. I don't care what your image is of me to put out. Oh, well, we don't like that. That's not the image that we want for this particular label or whatever. So
Yep.
you got to do this. You know, you don't have to put up with all of that
Nope.
stuff. And I think that is amazing because representation now for us is important.
It is very important. Yep. To show that we're beautiful how we are.
We are, and they're finally even starting to make black dolls that are more representative of who we are instead of that white Barbie that they dipped in black paint. You know, it's like now we got a black Barbie. Like
Yeah.
that's exactly what it is. Because it's not representative of our culture. It's not representative of who we are and what we represent.
Exactly.
So I am so proud of you for that.
Well, thank you. Appreciate that.
You have a nice library of music.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I've listened
you.
to several of your songs.
Oh, thank you.
But more recently, you released a new song, I believe in
did.
February.
Yes, I did. February 22nd. I did a project with one of my producers I've been working with named Alexander Goss. Shout out to him. He's a Detroit musician and producer. We released our first project in 2023, and so we just basically said every so often we want to just keep releasing music, you know, a couple songs here and there, and we released volume 2 in February, and we released 2 songs. One of them is called Come to Me, and then the other one is So Much More, which is the one we're gonna play today.
Okay. Well, I hope you are ready for a treat. We are going to listen to Come to Me by Miss Angela Davis.
I got so much love. Yeah. Whenever we touch, whenever we kiss, know that I never knew a love like this. You are the one that I'm longing for. You hold the key, so open the door. Know that we're friends, but I want much more. I want much more. Yeah. I know that we're friends, but I want much more. Got so much love for you. Just wanna explore with you. I never felt this way with anybody else but you. Got so much love for you. So much love. So much more. With you. You make me feel good on a rainy day. Whenever you call, everything is okay. Support all my dreams and make me feel free. You have an amazing effect on me. Got me feeling like I can do anything. There's nowhere else in this world that I'd rather be than with you. Got so much love. Hey, just wanna explore with you. I never felt this way with anybody else. Anybody else but you. So much love for you. So much love. So much more. Hey, with you. So much love. Just wanna explore. I just wanna explore. I never felt this way with anybody else. Anybody else but you. So much love for you. So much love.
I know I want more. I want to explore. You want it too, so let love unfold. A whirlwind romance was not in my plans. I ain't gon' fight it. There ain't no denying chemistry, intimacy, yeah, so strong, baby. We can't wait too long. Come take me, I'll follow your lead. Let's make this love a reality. Yeah.
So much love, hey. Just wanna explore. I just wanna explore. I never felt this way with anybody else but you. So much love for you. I want so much more. I want so much more with you. Got so much love for you. Just wanna explore with you. I never felt this way with anybody
Actually, the name of that song is So Much More. I beg your pardon.
That's
But
okay.
it was fire, and I see Cameron McCullum put flames up on the Facebook post.
Hey, thanks, Cam.
It was amazing,
Thank
amazing,
you.
amazing. Can you share a moment in your career that you're extremely proud of?
Wow. So I have to say, as of today, would be singing Lift Every Voice and Sing for the NFL draft. That was a huge moment for me. Just having them reach out to me to even consider me to do it, like the actual NFL representatives reaching out to me via email saying, hi, you were highly recommended by several, highly regarded individuals in the Detroit community. We would like to know if you would perform the Black National Anthem for the NFL draft opening ceremonies. I'm like, me? Oh my God. Like, it was just like a surreal moment, and I'll just never forget that. The whole process was amazing. They were so accommodating, so hospitable. I got to meet some celebrities in the back. It was just like, oh my God, this is like amazing. So I'll never forget that moment, and so proud to represent my city in a positive light.
You met celebrities in the back, but you are our celebrity. And your gift made room for you in that moment.
Amen.
Your
Yeah.
anointing made room for you in that moment.
Yeah.
You have been put in positions that you didn't apply for, and that is amazing. To be that gifted and to be able to have that opportunity. And I was there too.
Yeah.
I guess it's like, well, where are you?
Oh
Do
my
you
God.
sleep?
Yeah.
I was
You be
there
everywhere.
too.
You gotta be everywhere.
I love the city, and I love entertainment.
Aww.
In what ways do you use your platform to address social issues and advocate for change?
Oh, that's a good question. I definitely, like I said, I have a group that I'm a part of called Shades of United Ladies. Shout out to them. And we actually released a song called Black Queens. And I felt like that song was really empowering, and it encouraged women to come together and not, a lot of times women are kind of in competition with each other, and, even in the national level, the independent level, no matter what. And so we came together to show that women can work together. We can, we all are solo artists in our own right, but then we came together as a group, and we created a song, we created a video with numerous ladies, musicians and singers in the city that were a part of that music video. And I just feel like ever since doing that, I've always been an advocate of working together and collaborating and just sharing resources and things with the ladies of the music community, because we doesn't have to be just one on top. We can all rise. We can all be amazing, and we can work together to do great things.
I think I remember that collaboration because I told you I've been following you for a while, and I remember, I think, white button-up shirts, jeans, no shoes on, sitting on bar stools. That
might have been Is Going Down. We did release a video for that, but this was during the pandemic, like early 2021. We released this video for Black Queens. It was February of 2021 to be exact, and we did several scenes. We had a scene where we were in all black, and we were like kind of militant. Like we had our posters with, saying different sayings. Then we had a scene where we were in ball gowns, and we had ladies in the community kind of dancing and vibing with us. And then we had another scene where we were kind of like more feminine with like flowy dresses. So we had lots of different looks in that video. But the song was about Black queens and how, we're amazing women and we can do everything, anything we put our minds to. And I love that for us that we were able to put that song together. Yeah.
That leads me to something that I wanted to bring up in our conversation.
Yeah.
Because to me, some of the representation of Black women in the majority of the music today, for me, I'm not comfortable with it. A lot of
overly sexual images and things.
Yeah, I just don't think, and nothing against that genre of music or that era of women or young people.
Yeah.
Because I'm 61, so.
Oh, wow, you look amazing. Well, you amazing. Look at it all. I'm like, oh, what?
Okay, grandma don't like that. Put some clothes on.
Yeah.
In that, the current state of the representation for me is a little bit different. If you could change something about the music industry as a whole and how women are represented in the music industry as a whole, what would that be? What would that look like?
I would just kind of like, I would like for women, all women, to like push the envelope in what we talk about. Like, you know, we don't always have to sing about the same things. Like, you know, I guess I'm speaking more so of hip hop. Like, I was just talking to a friend of mine about how much I like the current rapper. She's young, Glorilla, because a lot of her material is, she speaks about different things. She has a gospel song on her project. She has songs about like a domestic violence relationship. She has a song about, you know, obviously hanging out and clubbing and stuff like that, but she talks about other issues besides the clubbing and, you know, sex and things like that. You know, those things, of course, we gonna hear about that, but we also have to make sure we're talking about the real issues that we deal with on a, you know, people deal with on a daily basis, like, so that they can relate to it and say, man, this really lifted me up when I was, you know, in a domestic violence relationship. Maybe Glorilla's song might have helped you realize, I'm better than this, I need to get out of that. You know, so a lot of women need to try to you know, push the envelope and not just keep singing and rapping about the same old stuff.
I agree, because as I stated earlier in the first segment, for me, a lot of times I am just vibing to the music and the beat and the sound, because we're just rhythmic individuals.
Yes.
And then when I hit a certain mood, I'm more in tune with the lyrics. And sometimes I'm like, ooh, I've been dancing to that.
Yeah, like, oh, yeah.
That's what they were talking about.
That's what they would say. That's what she said.
Exactly. Exactly. Not to mention the times when I was singing the wrong lyrics. It was
me too. I'm guilty of that as well.
Okay, especially Patti LaBelle, Lady Marmalade. I'm like, what was they? I was just singing.
Yeah.
So, you know, I think it's just very important for artists to stay true to themselves. So if that is what they do and that is what they like,
yes,
you know, so be it. But I definitely miss the old school R&B
crooning,
music, the old school jazz. And I'm glad that you, in a sense, are, I won't say bringing that back, but keeping it going.
Yeah, I love that. I love the classy, you know, soulful singing, and just, you know, just singing and not just, you know, being you know, just like, oh, you know, being a gimmick, I guess, so to speak, where you're just like, oh, you know, I'm just gonna get up here and just, you know, shake my body and, you know, show off all my goodies, but I'm, you know, showing my gift, or I'm singing, you know, like I'm singing because that's what I really want to be known for, is being a great singer.
And can sing. Because, you know, some people, if the mics went out, you could still keep going a cappella, and people would not boo you.
Oh, ooh, yeah, because Detroit will let you know. Detroit will let you know.
Yeah, and some people, the microphone and everything go out, no synthesizers, no Fruit Loops, or whatever
I know.
type of stuff
oh my
they're
gosh,
using, auto-tune. And when, without all of that showmanship, and don't get me wrong, I like the choreography.
Yes,
and
that's
the
part of
moving
it
and
too.
dancing and
Yes,
stuff like that. But sometimes you just want someone not to sing that song, like
and feel it. Yeah.
Yes, you want to feel it and come from the hearts and depths of your soul.
Yes,
and that is what I admire about your singing.
Oh, thank you.
And actually, I saw you over the summer at Ribs and Soul.
Oh wow, yes.
Yeah,
with 313. Yep, 313.
313.
Yeah.
See, I told you.
Yeah.
I'm a fan for a while.
Yeah. I love it.
So,
Thank
yep,
you.
I saw you there, and it's just, you're always the same.
Oh,
Always
thank
the
you.
same.
Oh.
So I'm really, really excited to have you here.
Thank you.
Can you walk me through your creative process
Oh,
of
that's a good
writing?
Yes. So writing is definitely something I enjoy doing. I've grown to enjoy doing it more and more over the years, just because I'm able to kind of like channel what I'm going through or what people I know are going through. But how I write is I usually work with a producer. They provide me or let me hear a track with just the music, and like, you know, let me know if you vibing with it or you feeling it. And if I do, I say, oh, you know, I hear a melody, and then I just start to come up with lyrics to that melody that I hear in my head. and I, lay it down maybe in my phone on a voice memo just so I don't forget my idea. And then I come to the studio officially and lay it down, and that's pretty much the process. But I like to write to the actual music, because the music actually kind of tells me, like, okay, is this more of a sad song, a love song, a hype song? Like, what kind of song? What do I feel when I hear this music? And then I can go ahead and come up with the story and go from there.
You ever wake up out of your sleep? You keep a pen and paper by your bed, and you wake up in your
well,
sleep and
these
you jot
phones,
stuff down?
all I need is my phone now, because we have the notes app in our phone where we can just like open up a note and just start typing, like, ooh, I got this idea, just came over me, and just type it up. So I don't even need the pen and pad like like you used to. But and then voice memos too. Sometimes I don't like, I hear the idea and I might just start humming da, 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 or whatever the idea I come up with, and just want to make sure I don't forget it, and I'll just kind of sing it into my phone and record it and come back to it later.
That's awesome. If you could collaborate with any male artist, dead or alive, who would that be?
Male, for sure, Luther Vandross. That's my favorite male vocalist of all time. Love his voice, his tone, his creativity, just everything he contributed to music. He's amazing.
And the harmony that background would have.
Yes.
Untouched, unprecedented. It was some way that they put all of that together to give you this specific sound. And I get the same thing from the Emotions.
Yeah.
There's something about when they come all together.
Yep.
That sound, it's almost like you can't duplicate.
Yes.
That
Oh my
sound.
God. Yeah. It's just something about his voice. It's just every time I hear his music to this day, like, he's got songs, he hasn't made songs in forever because, he passed away so long ago, but his music is just, it's timeless. It just, you just never get tired of hearing his voice. I don't. I love Luther Vandross, so I would definitely say him.
Same question, but female.
Now that's tough,
You
because
could collaborate with any female artist, dead or alive. Who would it be?
that's tough because there's so many good ones. Can I do one?
you
Can I
can
do
give me your
one?
top three.
Okay, I was gonna say, I would say definitely current artist right now would be her, the artist her. She's, like I say, she's pretty much like the female Prince. She can
See, I
play.
have to listen to her. I don't know who that
Oh, you don't know who that is?
I
Oh,
do
wow.
not.
Okay, wow. She does the me. Can you focus on
Oh,
me?
yes, I've heard that.
Baby, can you focus?
Yes,
Yeah, I love her. So
okay.
she has way more songs than that as well. But she plays every instrument basically. She's a producer.
Wow.
She's a songwriter. She's amazing. She's won an Academy Award for a song she wrote for. I forgot the movie. It was about the Black Messiah or some Judah. I forget. I know I sound horrible, but it was a movie that came out that she did a song for the soundtrack, and she won a Academy Award for it. She's won numerous Grammys. She's amazing. So I would love to collaborate with her. I guess someone who's no longer here, I would love to have collaborated with Aaliyah. She's from Detroit and everything. And then I guess Mariah Carey is another one of my favorites. I love her voice. I love her range. She's an amazing songwriter. She's just basically flowed through so many genres. She knows how to sing with just hip hop, pop, R&B. She's just very, very talented. Her in her prime for sure.
Okay. You already talked about how you remain true to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
How will you ensure that your music remains authentic?
Oh, I mean, I guess always being just vulnerable and honest with anything I write. And I feel like I couldn't be gimmicky or like just write something just because, oh, this is catchy. I feel like I only can write kind of how I feel. And so I feel like I'm always going to do that. I'm always going to make sure that when I come up with the idea, or if I have music or a song presented to me, that I'll always write from the heart and like what's going on with me, or what's something that I saw or felt from someone else that I really feel like I want to talk more about. I feel like I'll always do that. And also always sing and write to music that truly touches me. Don't just try to make, you know, sometimes people might get a track and they have to make it work. It's like, well, if it's not working or I'm not feeling it, don't just go with it. Wait till that perfect song comes to you and you're like, ooh, that's it, that's the one. And, you know, go with the flow on that.
And I think just from watching numerous episodes of Unsung and other documentaries, a lot of times people are forced to leave that authenticity because of a trend.
Yep. That's very
you know,
true.
Like, okay, like Al Jarreau. It was like, okay, well, you have all of this other stuff going on, so what are you going to do? So he came up with Morning.
Yeah.
You know, and he did that song, but it's like, this is really not my thing, so okay, let me go back to what my thing
roots.
is. Or within certain record labels and companies, they will go with the latest and greatest, which phases out someone who wants to remain authentic.
Yes.
To themselves. So I'm glad that it just comes from you and the root. You write your songs,
yeah.
right? So you don't have to have someone try to feel what you feeling.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm glad that I am able to be a writer and actually write quality music. So yeah, that's a blessing in itself.
It is. It is, because I've just heard so many stories. My uncle was in Motown. He sings with the Elgins, and so I sit and listen to him, you know, talk about a lot of things. And you know, it's just sad when I was listening to Tyler Perry speak about Angie Stone, you know, how
she was fighting for her royalties and what was owed to her.
The industry is just terrible when it comes to that. And then you think about people who I'm excited to say, oh my God, I've seen Evelyn Champagne King at one mic, and I've seen the Manhattans and this. But when he said that it's one thing to sing because you want to,
and then
another to sing because you have
to, because you don't, your money has been stolen.
You gotta survive.
You gotta survive.
Your money has been stolen. And I think, you know, for me, and that's not my industry, but you know, word to the wise, get you a good lawyer. Someone that knows, you know,
entertainment law and what
because
was
you get
owed.
So excited. Like I told you, I watch a lot of documentaries.
Yeah.
So New Edition.
Yep.
They're working and singing and Candy Girl and all around the world, not getting no money. Mama still living in the project, you know, whatever. And
TLC is another good example
too. It was the record company when it was the manager.
Yeah.
So you have to know
what's going on,
industry.
Yeah, the business,
and know your worth.
Yeah, you can't just don't just accept it because you're excited to just be out there, because you gotta survive at the end of the day. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
You gotta know your worth. You gotta know the business.
And
you have to stay in tune.
Yes.
So we have, I hope I'm pronouncing this right, Dave Jack II, and I'm sorry if I'm not saying that right, and Leah Cartwright, saying Detroit's own, and yes, she is ours. So when she goes to get that Grammy, I can pull this show up and replay it.
Yay, yes.
Like she was here. What legacy do you want to leave behind with your music?
I would just like to leave behind that I made quality music. I sang and wrote music from the heart. Also that I loved working with others and collaborating, and I was really a girl's girl. I was really let's work together, ladies, let's collaborate. There's, I'm always going to be like that. And I feel like I want that to continue on. And, through my daughter as well, I hope that she sees what I'm doing and, maybe wants to dibble and dabble in it as well, and keep the legacy, keep the music going.
Oh, that's awesome. Does she sing?
She does sing a little bit, and she loves dancing and just kind of acting out and dressing up and all that kind of stuff. So I see the entertainment side coming out of her. So we'll see where she goes with it as she grows.
Do you see any acting in your future? What other talents do you have? You have been in some films or productions?
I have been in some plays, and back in the day, well, I want to say like the last play I probably was in was probably about 2015 or 16. So it's been a minute, but I've done a couple stage plays, local stage plays, and I do enjoy that. It's just it's a lot of work, and I have so many other projects and things on my plate that I'm doing. But like you said, my titles are: I'm a singer, I'm a songwriter. I'm a vocal coach. I'm a teacher. I'm a mother. I'm a hostess. I actually have, some things coming up I'm going to talk about in a little bit. But yeah, I'm definitely wear a lot of hats.
Yes, and thank you for your service, being a 6th grade teacher.
Oh, you're very welcome.
You're
yes.
catching them right on the cusp.
Yep, they still
transformation.
right before they think they too grown.
I live with a 6th grader.
Uh-oh.
My great nephew.
Yes.
I'm raising him, and he's a good kid.
Yes.
But they're changing.
They're changing.
And they're having their own personalities,
yep.
and they are morphing into who they're going to be.
Yes.
And they have opinions and things of that nature.
Yes.
So, thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. Because
Thank you.
education, you're not
very
paid
welcome.
enough. You're not supported enough. And I think what you do is taken for granted too much. You now have so much on your plate. You're more than just a teacher. You are sometimes a parent.
Yeah.
A social worker.
Yeah. A therapist.
A counselor. But also an influencer. Because it's not just what you're teaching them according to the grade level content expectations or whatever is going on within your district or school. You're influencing them in a lot of ways, and you're probably some little boy's first crush.
Uh-oh. Yeah, that happens a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, like, oh, I think Miss Angie is so pretty, or but I can't say enough thank you for your service.
Oh, wow. Thank you for that.
Because
I appreciate that.
The educational system is falling through the cracks. And some of our kids are going with it unless we have really strong educators that truly believe in what they're doing, such as yourself. So again, thank you. Not an easy job.
Thank you. It definitely has its challenges, but it can be very rewarding though as well.
Absolutely. To see those little faces, because when I volunteer for Reading Month or go to the school, it's like, look at them. They're so cute. And they're so innocent.
Yep.
And they're just amazing. So thank you for that. And
of course.
I know your greatest accomplishment is being a mom.
Yes, definitely. To this little lady right next to me.
Being a mom. And she is amazing.
Oh.
And just darling.
Oh, thank you.
What advice would you give to a young woman who wants to enter into this industry?
Oh, that's a very good question. So I would definitely tell her to be true to who you are. Don't let people tell you who you are. Be true to who you are. Know what you want and be ready to work hard for it, because nothing is going to just fall in your lap and come straight to you. You have to work very hard. Have great work ethic and professionalism. Be on time to rehearsals and meetings, and just even if everybody else is, doing that total opposite, you be true to being professional and holding that high standard, and it'll pay off in the long run, because people will respect you and definitely see like, oh, she's not only talented, but she's professional, she's punctual, she has all these great attributes. So be ready to do those things, and it'll pay off in the long run for your career.
Excellent advice. Consistency.
Yes.
Sounds like too.
Yes.
And I know that means a lot.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That means a lot. Being very routine. I'm not a singer. I'm in the shower and in a car.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But
let's
that's
get it.
enough.
Let's do it.
It
Yeah.
gets me going. But I think consistency is key too.
Oh my
and you
God.
said something. Be true to yourself. Know what you want.
Yeah, know what you want and know who you are, and be ready to stand up for it as well.
And that's not just in this industry. That's
Life.
as a black woman.
Life.
Life. Yep.
Yes.
Know who you are. Know what you want. And don't waver from it.
No. Yeah.
Don't waver from it. I don't. You know, I have the personality type that I have to make myself bend. Like, okay.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm very rigid. I'm very like, nope.
What's your sign?
Virgo.
Oh, okay. Yep.
So I'm very emotional.
Okay.
And as a part of being emotional, then I create these boundaries. Because I used to know what ticked me off, but not what made me tick. Now I know what makes me tick.
Uh-oh.
And so I have to create those boundaries to ensure that I keep myself healthy.
Yeah.
You know, mental health
Oh, that's so important.
is important. And we have to be healthy when it comes to that. So we're going to hear again as we phase the show out your song that you released. But are there any new projects that you're working on? What's going on with you? Any new projects? Anything's happening?
Yes, so I'm working with my group. We are working on some content and some music that we're going to be releasing fairly soon. Some videos and just like I said, content of us singing and doing some tribute type songs and melodies. So look out for that. That's Shades of United Ladies. And but in regards to Angela Davis, I have some performances coming up. As the weather is starting to break, I'm going to be a part of some nice upcoming events. I have a festival I'm going to be a part of on April 5th. Thanks to Alexander Zonchik. The Cabin Fever show, it's in Southfield at the Southfield Pavilion. That's on April 5th. My set is the opening set. I'm going to be performing from 1:30 to 2:30, I believe. And there's several other artists. I believe Lynn Roundtree is on that lineup as well. So it's going to be an amazing show. If you look it up, Cabin Fever, Southfield, you should be able to find out where to get tickets and things like that, because it's going to be a great experience, like an all-day festival.
And you bring your lawn chairs, right? It's indoors.
It's indoors, yeah, because it's not quite. Yeah, you bring your lawn chairs because it's not quite warm enough to be outside yet. But it's gonna be, it's gonna be a great time. I think there'll be vendors there and stuff like that. So that's one. And then I also just recently started a karaoke series. I'm doing a monthly karaoke event. I just did it on this past Friday, March 14th. It was very successful, great turnout. Had some people coming out and singing with me on the mic, so that was cool. And I'm doing it again on April 18th. It's going to be in downtown Wayne at Taste the Smoke Barbecue.
Okay.
And it's from 6 to 10. And yeah, hopefully you guys can come out. I'll be pushing out flyers and promotional videos about that, so I hope to see some people there as well.
Oh, that's awesome. You can get a little ribs and a little soul.
Yeah, ribs. I know, right? Okay, yes, we on to
Johnny
something.
Washington, I'm not trying to play on
No,
your
we not
name.
stealing your stuff, Johnny. No, we not. We just
No,
saying,
we're not doing that. We can get a little ribs
you can get some
and a little soul.
So some soul and barbecue. Yes,
I agree. So we are going to listen to your song again.
Yes, so much more, y'all.
So
Enjoy.
much more.
Whenever we kiss, know that I never knew a love like this. You are the one that I'm longing for. You hold the key, so open the door. Know that we're friends, but I want much more. I want much more. Yeah, I know that we're friends, but I want much more. Got so much love for you. Just wanna explore with you. I never felt this way with anybody else but you. So much love for you, so much love, so much more. With you, you make me feel good on a rainy day. Whenever you call, everything is okay. Support all my dreams and make me feel free. You have an amazing effect on me. Got me feeling like I can do anything. There's nowhere else in this world that I'd rather be than with you. So much love. Hey, just wanna explore.
want to explore. You want it too, so let love unfold. A whirlwind romance was not in my plans. I ain't gon' fight it, there ain't no denying. Chemistry, intimacy, yeah, so strong, baby. We can't wait too long. Come take me, I'll follow your lead. Let's make this love a reality. Yeah.
There's so much more, and I could see myself listening to that on the expressway.
Yes.
And end up with a ticket, just like foot to the floor and just gone. But it's one of those cruising songs. So
Yep.
we have some additional music we would like to play.
Yes.
So set this up for us. Night
Yes,
Breeze.
so-
Tell us what inspired it.
Yes, so once again, I worked with producer and musician extraordinaire Alexander Goss. He let me hear this track. It had some like ocean waves in the background, and the music was playing. I'm like, oh, this reminds me of like the being on a beach and feeling the breeze. The summer breeze makes me feel fine. So I thought about that, and I was like, I want to write a song about just the breeze and how it reminds you of that special someone. Like when you feel the breeze on your skin, it reminds you of your loved ones, like caress or touch on you. And that's pretty much what the song is about just love and how nature and the sounds and the breeze just reminds you of that special person. So this video that goes with it, we did the video last year, and it's just basically a montage of different clips of couples that submitted videos of them just together and vibing together, because I thought it would be beautiful to show love of other people. And we released the video last year on Valentine's Day, so it was just the perfect little perfect little touch to this song.
Okay,
Yeah,
well, you
Night
heard
Breeze.
it, folks. So here we have it, Night Breeze by Detroit's own Angela Davis.
Hey.
Hey, babe.
Hey, babe, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good. You ready for this date tonight? What's up?
I completely forgot. I'm so sorry.
Oh,
I got called to this gig, and, I'm here now. I need the money, so...
we don't have to spend no time together, babe.
I'm sorry.
Come
I know
on.
we haven't spent a lot of time together, babe. I'm so sorry. The gig ain't ready to start. I gotta start to set. I'm gonna call you back, okay?
All right.
I love you.
I love you too.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
was amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
How can people follow you?
So you can follow me on all social media. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. You can look me up under Angela Davis Entertainment.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
And you can see her at Cabin Fever.
Yes, April 5th.
And I know we all have it. We've been used to Shane Park or Aretha Amphitheater, being outside and all of the concerts. So this is a wonderful kickoff. And this is a great way for it to begin with Detroit's own Angela Davis. So get your tickets, get your lawn chair, and it's not even that far. It's just right in Southfield. So you can come right there. You can download Night Breeze,
so much more,
so much more
on all digital platforms,
and just follow her.
Thank you.
The one, the only, Detroit's own Miss Angela Davis. Are there any parting words to our listeners?
I just want to say thank you so much for listening and vibing with the music and listening to my story. And if you're an aspiring artist, just keep pushing. You know, it's a tough industry for sure, but keep pushing and keep, striving and never give up. I haven't given up all these years since I was 3. I've been doing it since I was 3 years old. So, and I'm still going because it's a part of me. It's what gives me life, and it's my passion. And if it's your passion, never give up.
I agree. Thank you.
Thank you.
You have been listening to The Real Black Coffee, No Sugar, No Cream, where I don't try to spill any tea or make you feel dazed like you drank a shot of cheap liquor. I just want you to see things from a different perspective, mine's. And with that being said, we are out of here. I'll see you next week. So long.